Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Game Master Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today I'm going to start showing off my projected table settings for the number of game systems that I will be running at Rising Phoenix GameCon on April 18th through the 21st. So just a couple weeks, 2 weeks away as of today, I will be at the convention, and I want to just start to show how I am going to be displaying the various games that I will be running, and I just wanted to start off with a Blade Runner since I have all of those components already out and I was looking them over. And but then I will roll over into doing additional videos over the next couple of days to a week, covering the other 4 game systems that I will be running as well. Also coming up, I just received Blade Runner case file number 2 from Amazon. I purchased it on Amazon, and I got an Amazon gift card. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me get this, and that will be one of my birthday presents. So I will be doing a box opening of this and going through this as well, and then this will become the future next adventure that that my players will do once I do start up a campaign, a Blade Runner campaign, which I fully intend to do. This will be the game that I run in September at ShireCon. So this is one of the games that I'll be running at ShireCon. I'm planning on running something like 3 games while I'm there, and so Blade Runner will be one of those as well, along with Shadow Dark and probably one other, probably Gangbusters. So those will be the 3 game systems that I'm running there, and the rest of the time I'm going to be playing. So without further ado, let's start taking a look at the setup. I'm going to switch to here first because I know that you'll start to see some of this stuff. I should clean up a little bit. You start to see some of the things that I'm putting together now. I've gotten some new dice trays. So this was a set of 2 for like $20, and so really like these. These are like a leatherette and then felt on the inside. This would have been part of my mail call video that I was going to do, but instead I'll just do this. So these are perfect for use on a gaming table at a convention because, again, it's certainly going to attract eyes on your table, and that's what this whole video series is going to be about, is making your table and the game that you're running attractive to the passerby. That way the passerby will take a look at it and be like, oh, what game is this? And start to take a look at it. So that's the whole purpose behind this video and the ones that will follow it, is how to really display the game system that you're running, and and then how is that going to contribute to or raise interest in that game system. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the next view, and I found the best way to display this is just to take a photograph of the layout. Now, obviously, the table that I'm doing this on is much smaller than the table that will be available at a game convention. So I was only able to set it up, and it's much more compact. I would look to put both dice rollers, on the table, and so that would, not only spread it out a little bit, but there would be one for myself to roll on, and then one for the players to roll on as well. But as you can see here on the left-hand side, there is the Game Master screen with all of the relevant information that I would need. I have, these are 4 different types of cards that are on that deck. So there's a chase maneuvers card, a foot chase obstacle cards, the ground chase obstacle cards, and the aerial chase obstacle cards. So if the players are in any kind of a chase, depending on the type of chase, if they do encounter an obstacle, then that card is drawn from the pile, placed out on the DM's felt dice pad, and that way they can see what obstacle they've actually been challenged by, and then we go according to that. You'll also see that behind the Game Master screen, I do have the adventure booklet and then the starter rules. I use starter rules almost exclusively at conventions because I think that that's the best way to introduce players to the system that you're looking to run. I think I have to pause this for a second. I'm sorry, I'm back. Had to take a quick break to check to see that I didn't have a delivery coming in. So, where I left off, I utilize the starter rules at conventions. Much easier to bring new players unfamiliar to the game into it, and it typically simplifies the rules to the point that that you don't have to get too far in the weeds of rules for them. Now, I will always, on a much larger table, obviously it would be there, I would still have the core rulebook. So the full core rulebook on the table, just in case, and plus it's a good thing for the players to actually see. Now here you see that there are a ton of handouts for Blade Runner and their case files. Just a tremendous number, which really does enhance the experience of the players, particularly new players in a convention setting. And that is something that's really, really eye-catching and drags the player right into it. And so very immersive. And then again, passers-by are going to notice all of these things, all of these moving parts to it, full color, specialty dice as well, and just something that screams the IP that you're actually running. So both Free League and Modifius do a fantastic job with this. This is Free League, and it's just an amazing experience. So looking on the other side now, so now I'm on the right-hand side, we have the pre-generated characters. I mean, these are very, very ink intensive, so I'm not going to copy these and put them on a 60-pound weight printer paper and then hand them out to the players. I just use the originals for now, but they also have the ability to roll up their own characters, and as a matter of fact, I probably will have to give them that option to create characters because Blade Runner is really designed for just 4 players, and my table has 5, so I'll know in the future now just to make it a table of 4, but one of the players, if not all 5 players, will either be able to choose from these characters or make their own characters at the table at the time. So we'll play that by ear when the time comes. You'll also see on the black dice tray, I have the dice, and those are the specialty dice. I think it's really important to have those out there as well, so that the players can notice the dice and just see a thematic dice, which I think is great. For I know a lot of people don't like thematic dice and are like, oh, specialty dice, I can't stand them. They're a selling point in some cases. It's not something for the purpose that yes, you can easily convert them over, and that's what I have on the table here where you can see that white card that's next to the character sheets. That's a white card that I created. It's just a simple conversion that allows you. Actually, I will switch views here and grab one so you can see it. And I probably showed this off to you before, but it's a success card rating, right? So if you're rolling a d6, a 1 is a failure and a 6 is a success. If you're rolling a d8, a 1 is a failure, a 6, 7, 8 is a success. If you're rolling a d10, a 1 is a failure, a 6, 7, 8, 9 is a success, and a 10 is a double success. And then finally a d12 is 1 is a failure, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a success, 10, 11, and 12 are all double successes. So you either have a complete failure and a condition attached to it. You have neutral options where nothing really happens. You weren't successful technically. And then you have the success. You actually met the challenge based on the type of die roll you had. So I made these. I printed these out, made them up. They work for other game systems as well. I actually have to finish doing one for the Conan 2D20 system for the players to see that as well and hand those out. And I just think it's important for players in a convention to be able to sit down at a table and have a cheat sheet for the base rules of the game, to have to have a pre-generated character or the option to create their own character. If it's very, very simple system, it's perfectly fine. And to have some things that are Game Master created to make the ease of play that much better for them. And I think that goes a lot towards your own reputation as a game master at a convention, as when you're doing these little extra things for the players, and word will get out that you're a game master, that it's fun to be at your table, and that's a very important thing for your own benefit as a game master. Once you start building up that reputation, then you'll start to see, when you go to a convention, that my table is filled up from a player that I remember from last time, or a different convention, and they signed up for your game again. And then, in this particular convention coming up, I have 5 game systems that I'm running, over the course of 3 days. And I have some players that are playing in 3 of my games, which tells me that they're specifically seeking to be in my games. And that's just mind-blowing, but it's a reputation that I'm hoping to keep on building on, and you should be doing the same. All right, that's why this is a GM Tips for convention play. You want to make your table very welcoming. You want to make it eye-catching, and you want to make the experience at your table so memorable and so enjoyable that the players will want to come back to your table again in the future, and come back to multiple tables if you're running multiple systems. These are all the little things that you can do in preparation for running games at conventions. It's a totally different experience when you're going to a convention solely to play. When you're going to a convention looking to run games, these are some of the things that I suggest you really think about, because you want to set up your table to be to attract attention. All right, you want people to pass by and to look and wonder, what game are you running? And you want that return player to just seek you out and wait to see your game being run there, so that they can gain one of those, very limited slots. You only have a table of 4, 5, or possibly 6, and so that's another thing that you want to consider when you're getting ready for a convention, is to make sure that you're going there fully prepared and just ready to roll out a great experience for the players sitting at your table. So, excuse me, it's asthma season. So there you have it. There's my first showing of a gaming table and a setup that I'm planning on using for Blade Runner in this case. And then my next video coming up, I will be breaking down the Case File 2 Fiery Angels, which I just received in the mail. And then I'll move on to the next game. I'll probably do my table setup for Conan 2D20, which is actually my Thursday night game. So that's the first game I'm running for the convention. So I want to set up that. I have a couple little things to create for that, just in preparation of it. So thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the questions and comments section. If you like the video, please like it, share it. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And you will have the rest of, enjoy the rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen or at a gaming table sometime soon. Have a great afternoon.